With the halving coming up, I feel now is as good a time as any to give my updated look at the market and what I expect to come, as it has been a while. After the break of all-time highs, I tweeted what I thought was going to happen. I'll leave a link to my Twitter in the description, make sure to go follow so you get this info first. I believed a dip down to 60k, then a move up to 80 before eventually 100. That was on March 16th, and here we are in early April where that thesis is unchanged and still exactly what I have planned. We dipped down to 60k, that was the bottom. And now we're ranging before what I think is a move up to 80k. There is a possibility we touch the low 60s again. I am fully prepared for that, but I am quite confident we won't break down to the low 50s. It is very convenient that another dip down and then a move upward is synced up with this wedge break in the halving. It's almost too perfect, but honestly that's just the type of mindset I'm on. I'm blindly bullish, frankly. My analysis skills and thought processes are put away. We've done what had to be done this cycle. Buy altcoin lows and see if they give returns in the bull market. Well, the bull market is here, and not to get you all too bullish, but I'm getting eerily similar vibes to the 2017 bull run. I know what it is you all want, and of course I want it too. Portfolios have gone up 4, 5, 6x these past couple months. We want it to keep going up to reach those goal returns we have. But I promise you this foundation we're building in the high 60s will be extremely beneficial going forward. On the same note, Bitcoin dominance not breaking down yet and instead trending up has a lot of people annoyed, as again they want the altcoin party to finally begin in anticipation for those massive blow-off tops. But dominance getting up to 58% is once more something we want in the long run, because it'll only be much more beneficial for that altcoin season when it does come. A higher dominance starting point means a greater dump of liquidity from Bitcoin to altcoins once the breakdown occurs, which also translates into how I think altcoin season has not yet begun. I know a lot of people are arguing altcoin season has already been going on, but it's been a select few narratives and coins. And even though I personally do feel certain categories will outperform, I'm still leaning toward an everything melt up to arrive as retail coming in, and being here is another lie I feels being told. I don't think retail is here yet. Remember, retail mostly comes at the end of major moves. For instance, with Cardano here in 2021, retail started coming in probably around the dollar mark here on Cardano, and are what caused these frequent demand wicks month after month until that final blow off top to $3. For comparison, if we look at the Solana chart this cycle, it's nothing like that yet. And so that is why in general I feel a good rule of thumb is that most top 100 crypto will still 5 to 10x from here on average. Some will underperform and get a 3x, and other will outperform and 20x or more. But I'd say take a good look at your portfolio right now, multiply it by 5, and that likely will be around the top for your portfolio this cycle. And now for perhaps the most controversial topic. You're thinking, Payne, you're telling me I'll average let's say a 6-7x from here. But when does that occur? When will the top come in? Honestly, my base case from 2022 has always been a top next year in Q3, Q4 2025. That's now completely changed because of price action these past months, and specifically because of the break of all-time highs. In my opinion, the gravity of breaking and making new highs at the time that we did, I think, is being given nowhere near the amount of weight and significance it should. I think all other data like the halving and whatnot gets thrown out the window, plus with the confluence I'm seeing with other patterns. This is lining up for a massive blow off top fairly soon here, where once we start ripping green it'll get ridiculous pretty fast. Recall a couple videos ago I mentioned how you all have a very important decision to make right now. Whether you'll be subscribing to the left translated cycle where things occur quicker, or the super cycle where everything occurs as it has but just bigger. It's a decision you have to make now, because you won't be able to tell what's what during those stressful times. For me, with this break of highs, and how I've experienced things get after, I'm leaning toward the left translated cycle. I don't know if the top will come in during this summer, during Q4, or early next year, but in all honesty that's what I'm preparing for. A lot of people who disagree with this often aren't able to conceptualize parabolic movements. They can't understand how in that time frame price can move this aggressively. But it's always been able to do that. I've taken all preparations, all my exchanges are in order. For instance, last thing you need is one exchange you rely on goes down, and you aren't able to sell when you want. I've also got all my wallets in order. I've unstaked everything, as remember a lot of them have processing periods of sometimes even a month. And I'm ready to exercise my exit strategy, because when it comes to selling I don't mess around and I don't get cute. If you're worried about entering the market, literally now may be your last chance. If you want to know what crypto I'd be looking at, then make sure to smash smash that like and subscribe button as I'll be making that video next. This may be the only opportunity left where you can still get respectable gains. Also make sure to sign up to a crypto exchange with link in description for cheap fees and big bonuses. And I'll see you all next time.